Who the hell's Nehemiah in the Bible?
I don't know.
I think he was the bad guy in Homeland season 3.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was complimenting his name because unique names. I'm like, I'm so jealous.
Are you still dating the Palestinian girl?
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's going really great.
Right.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
tension.
try to remember.
I thought we weren't going to talk about the Jews right away.
What? Well, the camera's not on.
I've been helping Tommy build some tunnels.
Yeah. That's what you call fingering.
The Palestinian tunnels go like 10 feet underneath.
Do you guys
the Jew
mind if I
tunnels.
vape in here?
Of
No,
course.
not at all.
It's a
I'm
vaping
vaping.
community.
Yeah.
Fucking 16-year-old Korean girl.
Yeah. It is, dude. It's bad. I gotta quit.
Yeah, it's
Vaping?
really-
Yeah.
I've been saying this for. You can run a
I
montage.
bought some Zyn the other day. I'm thinking about going Zyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just straight
Just to
dip?
stop the smoking. No, it's those little nicotine bags.
I don't care for the nicotine. I like the 13-year-old Puerto Rican shit. I like the act
the
of it.
oral fixation. Yeah, I know. Me too. But I can't. I'm sucking them down, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah, as
I
soon
go-
as you
I
get
go-
up.
Yeah. As soon as I get up.
Yeah.
It's,
You got one on the end table?
It's better than coffee. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's exciting. This is why you
Do
name
you
your kid.
do you vape when you wake up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's like 1950 smoking. That's the problem with vaping. You know, it's just constantly in
yeah.
the doctor's office. You know, you don't give a shit.
Do you have a cough?
Yeah.
I got a cough.
Yeah, I got a cough. I got...
I got tickle.
You don't cough. For as
No.
much as you vape, you got no cough.
No. Well, I've been coughing the past couple days.
I don't know what the fuck this hair is, but...
Are you okay? Did
Yeah,
you
this
have
bowling
Yeah,
shirt
this
is
is me all the
nuts.
time.
Yeah. I
This
feel like
shirt
something.
is
my
I
wild.
feel like something happened.
This
to
one,
me
well, it's
today.
a fun podcast, so I wore a fun shirt.
Dude, it's a flamingo bowling shirt. It fucking rules. I'll swap you, dude. I got like 4
No,
wild shirts.
I'm keeping on this, man. I'm keeping
Where'd
this.
you get it?
You got to
Are
cover
we
up.
recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. You guys start right off.
Yeah, that's why I
This
was.
is my progressive Guy Fieri. So
Yeah, it's-
they Fieri. That's what I'm going to
Gay
call it.
Fieri. We've said so many times in this podcast. Honestly, Gay Fieri's been
They Fieri has been said a few
No,
times.
I don't know if we've hit Gay Fieri.
I've been
Gay
saying
Fieri.
Gay Fieri for
Yeah.
years.
Well, you know.
I think Butterly
We're making
said it
progress.
first.
You know, the great ones copy. That's what they say.
Dude, congrats on the special.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. So glad to be here at Stuff Isle.
Of course. Let's be real proper
Spew a
on
bunch
this.
of shit.
Yeah. No, it
This
is
is a fun show.
Do you have to like? It must suck going around every fucking podcast to promote.
Yeah, I mean, like now, you know, I haven't called like now I haven't really like called in favors for friends for podcasts, and luckily, like all my friends have like good popular podcasts now.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do the ones that are like 14 people.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
You know, like what's your process as a comedian?
Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to do those. That's
I did
dumb.
one of those on Zoom one time.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to say the name of the people we know, but
Oh yeah.
they asked like
They
17
asked what your
times,
process
and I was
was?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, how do you? I was like, what, dude?
Dude, if-
I
the
black
moment-
out. I wake up.
I put covered in blood.
Yeah, dude.
And then observational humor is written.
I burn my clothes and
skin of
figure
a
out
dead
how to make
escort.
it work. Who
The
gives a
moment someone on a podcast goes, "We love what you do," I go into a hole, dude. I am like, ugh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, how, that can't be true. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
You're looking
Don't-
tall these
don't
days,
fucking
Chris. You
compliment
fucking
me.
lying
Yeah,
to me.
ugh, yeah.
Fucking lie.
Yeah, I just immediately go into a tailspin of like, nah, I suck.
Yeah.
And fucking, nah, I'm a fucking idiot.
Which
It's
is
just-
the natural. I mean, if
I
you
know.
don't say that,
Bad podcasting, though. Just to be like, oh, I'm fucking dumb.
well, they
and-
fucking asked
No,
for it.
I-
Somebody
yeah.
compliments you, like, shut up.
Yeah.
yeah.
I suck. Everybody sucks. This whole thing sucks. This is
This is-
gay.
it's all
Yeah.
it's all a charade.
Yeah.
A charade. And now where it's like this weird thing where we're not even doing TV shows, we're doing each other's projects.
Yeah.
Like we're just like combining to this mass delusion, the
Yeah.
zeitgeist of delusion that we're all
As
in.
long as it pays,
Yeah.
it's preferred.
Yeah, this doesn't pay though.
In your scenario?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where I'm getting money. I have no idea. Driving for Uber. If this,
Dude,
if this
that's-
special
yeah.
doesn't pop, I'm driving for
Dude.
fucking Uber.
Just make up a biblical name and you'll fucking pop
That's
off.
right. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I didn't
going-
know we were recording then.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank God that
Nehemiah's.
Homeland joke got in.
Dude, it's a eight minute trek, and we got into like our parents having multiple children, and never complained about how hard parented.
Well, that's not that that's not that odd that your parents had multiple children.
No, I mean like 10 to 12.
Your parents had 10 kids?
My mother's one of 11 and my father's one of 9.
Oh my God. How many
Well, it's back when you just-
how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I only have 2
Yeah.
because they couldn't afford. They couldn't afford 3, but they
of
did it
course.
anyway.
They couldn't afford it then. You couldn't afford 11 kids then.
No,
One of
and
those
that's the
kids
whole
is dead.
point.
Yeah.
How many of those kids?
Yes.
One,
They're scattered throughout the country.
there's a few. The first one died at 20. Died of
what?
cancer.
Well, that's pretty good, though.
That's the only time I met my grandfather, Benedetto.
That's the only time.
Yeah.
What was your dad not talking to the grandfather?
No, my grandfather had a separate family in Florida. He was a real piece of shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I met him once at the funeral when I was 5 years old. I remember
That
shaking
was
his
back
hand.
in the day. You could have like a family on the other side of town.
Yeah. So
Like,
social media.
I had a family on the good side of town and the bad side of town.
Yeah.
You know?
the way to go.
And then Bruce Springsteen wrote songs about all of them.
That should be like a wave of like Netflix documentaries in the same way that serial killers could just kill someone a town over and no one would.
They're
ever
running out
connect.
of serial killer
Yeah.
documentaries.
No.
Like last one was like The Doodler. So I'm like, you guys are out of. It was like some guy in San Fran who doodled his victims.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we made 12 Ted Bundys, so we got to.
I still watch them. I will consume any of
I
that
love
shit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like mob shit. It's like I already know what happened, what transpired. I'm gonna watch it through the lens of this new director and dog shit writer.
They drive me crazy though.
the mob are just like popular serial killers who have social skills.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, they were fun loving. You want to hang out with them, even though they kill people.
Yeah.
You just couldn't.
Have you been paying attention to this Gilgo Beach, Long Island serial killer?
No.
No, is it?
Oh man,
That's the one he killed a bunch of
Rex
girls, right?
Heuermann. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got him for 4, but they think he did 10.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait,
but,
is this current?
yeah. Well, it's kind of funny because I have
Happened
like
this year, last year.
I don't know if I still will, but hopefully I'll still have a show in development at Peacock. But apparently so does the wife of the Long Island serial killer. They like paid her like $1 million. So now she's like going to the she's going to court every day, just like to like create content.
Oh my
To
god,
talk
she's
about her
just
husband.
stirring up controversy just to get more tape.
I mean, I guess like you said, I guess that's part of the thing. We signed the deal. You got to be at court every day.
God, what a Long Island personality.
Dude, yeah. Talk
Just
about
causing havoc for no fucking
she
reason.
was the craziest thing
talk
is
about
she
bittersweet.
was
You get $1 million, but
he apparently committed all the murders when she's in the LARPing community. So she was like in San Diego dressed as a hobbit and he was out murdering hookers. So there's like a timeline where
Every time she leaves, he kills somebody.
yeah.
yeah, she's like dressed as a Dune character and he's like, you know.
Do you think if she didn't perform as a LARPer, he wouldn't have this internal fucking hate to kill somebody? She set him off.
Yeah. You
know what I mean?
Immediately find a woman to blame.
Just
immediately.
Sometimes
You know what I
they
mean,
are-
dude? If your girl's into that shit, she comes out in a costume. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah.
You don't know what to do with your anger. Then you got to strangle a fucking.
But don't you think
Yeah.
it's like, well, it's the chicken or the egg? Like the LARPer girl is gonna just like the only girl that a serial killer is gonna be able to really, you know,
Land.
lock down.
Yeah.
Is a LARPer.
Yes.
Or she
100%.
knows when he starts to twitch because they have to fulfill that need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sees something in his personality changing, and she's like, "I'm gonna go to Vegas."
Why don't
for
you
this."
role play as a wife who gets the dinner ready on time? How about that?
Dude.
Yeah, no, he can write and like make stories about all the people that he like, you know, like a killer. You know what I mean? He could like do a lot of fantasy.
What's his
stuff.
background?
I don't know, but you could get
He
away with that
was
if your
an
girlfriend's
architect.
LARPing.
Architect.
Yeah, there's like one video of him. And it's like, hi, I'm here. It's like, well, I'm an architect, and this is what I do. You know,
Sean Donnelly.
What?
Sean Donnelly.
It's Sean Donnelly.
How we doing?
It's as if Sean didn't drop out of school. That's
Yeah.
all Long Island serial killers.
Well,
But he
good
looks
for
like
him.
Shrek. I mean, if you've seen a picture of the guy, it's like
Yeah.
He's
it's
disgusting
crazy
looking.
Oh, he's just terrified looking.
Oh my
What's
god.
his preferred choice of veal? Like, who does he kill?
Prostitutes.
Yeah,
It's
easy
usually
ones.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
never like, you know,
Yeah.
like Wall Street guys. They never
Yeah.
kill like.
Yeah.
It's always the easiest ones.
Yeah, you can't attach a history to it.
Yeah, that's why the most dead people at a serial killer are the old folks' homes. That's why
They just clean
that's
up
the
at the old
highest
folks'
number.
homes.
Yeah, they like that guy in England who cleaned up like 200.
Wasn't he a
300
doctor though?
people.
Wasn't he killing them with a?
Yeah, but he was like trying to get him signed. It was like so bad because he was like trying to get him signed over their will.
The wills, yeah.
Yeah, what's his
name?
name?
He made millions.
Yeah, he made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody's got to have a racket.
Yeah, dude, good for him. And also, they're already old.
And I think he killed himself in prison. I'm not sure.
I wonder if he ever like walked into an old folk home and like broke up an orgy. Those fucking geezers get down, dude.
I know. I was listening to that episode with you and Ian Fidance. You guys were talking about old folks.
Yeah.
Harold Shipman, that's it.
Yeah. They beat off and they fuck all day.
Really?
Yeah, they get stretched out. They'll put a little Slim
Well,
Jim
they're
in.
stretched out.
Oh, because they're popping like
stretched.
dick pills and stuff. And
Well,
then
doing
fucking-
everything. They just know the time is near.
I think it would take them forever. To
I
come.
wear old women's underwear because I find it to be very comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I was in
Silky?
What? Well, no. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I have them on right now.
I can't tell if you're serious.
I know. I'm serious. I wear bloomers.
Really?
I swear to God.
What the fuck?
No, I wear bloomers. I don't identify as like a woman. I just find I have gigantic testicles, and I find. No, wait.
Wait, you're just talking about tidy whities. You're not talking about
no,
women's.
bloomers. I'm talking about
You're
women
wearing women's bloomers.
I don't have it right now, but I'll send you guys a picture when I get home to prove.
You don't
of
have
what
to.
I have.
I believe you now.
No, I want to send it. I want to send
Please.
this picture.
We're gonna put it on the pod.
I wear the bloomers because my testicles are so big. No, the thing is like my testicles. The thing that comforts them most are the same garments for an outie pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like a 70-year-old like
Yeah,
flop out
prolapsed.
vulva
Yeah,
is
yeah.
similar to my testicles.
Yeah,
So-
one you could put like over your head. Like
yeah,
a
it's
hood.
not like a sexual thing. It's not like they're not hot. They're just like Mrs.
Well,
Doubtfire's.
When you first put them on, there had to be a sexual component to it. Where did you?
Yeah.
When did you first put them on?
When I was getting molested. So that, so that makes sense.
Holy shit! I never saw the connective tissue.
Man, Stuff Island. Bring stuff up.
Wait, so
Yeah, when you first put them on, you had to be like, I'm excited.
It was roomy. I was on the road, and I had, it was between that and then these the male underwear, which wouldn't fit me for whatever. It was like riding high on my ass. So I'm like, all right, let me get this.
But
Well, what are you
went into like a
trying on
Marshalls or
underwear
something?
for?
Well, it was at a CVS. So
You're
there's
trying
the options
underwear on
were-
at a CVS.
No, I wasn't trying. I mean,
Oh.
it was just the package there. So I bought the package. There was like 5 of them.
You went. I'm going to look at the
Yeah.
men's, and just
And
in case.
And just in case, let me get
'Cause I
them.
got
It was-
big old swinging donkey nuts.
Tommy, it was a revelation. When I
Oh
put
my
these panties
God.
on, it was unbelievable.
That's
So wait,
crazy.
I'm
What-
married. I'm not trying to get puss. You know, she's fine with it.
Is she? Well, she's probably
well,
into
she's
it.
not. No, she's not into it.
You're not coming
Yeah,
out.
We
with
were
it?
we were supposed to fuck 2 nights ago, and I forgot I was wearing my grandma panties, and I took my pants off. She looked at it. She goes, "Tomorrow night."
Really?
She's like, "It's not happening tonight."
Give me 24 hours to process this.
Yeah, she's like, "Not."
Do they have
happening
like
tonight."
flowers on, or just like
Yeah, there's
like
there's some with flowers.
Oh my god, this rules.
Yeah, big flowers.
So
Holy
why would the
shit.
granny panties have more of a bouffant in the
Well,
crotch?
like I said, like big balls and an outie pussy, they need the similar.
because they're fat and they're getting
Space?
all like
yeah, it all
weird
hangs
down there.
out. It hangs out.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Is that a
Like
real
ears and a
thing that-
nose, their pussy just
An
keeps
outie
growing.
pussy or big balls?
Yeah, outie pussy.
Yeah, they got outie putties.
It just falls out.
Well, yeah, you know, like a woman who's had a couple children, like probably your grandma has an outie
Oh
pussy.
my god, that thing's dragging. She's
Yeah,
got three
fucking-
three sneakers on, dude.
Fucking
She's,
plan from Little Shop of Horrors sitting there.
she just puts a little kid's sneaker on her puss.
So you walk around the house just in.
Yeah.
You wear them in pants.
I'll wear some. My most comfortable outfit is granny panties and a LeBron jersey. I'll walk around the house.
Dude, this is
I look like a serial
Billy
killer.
Madison when she comes out. You want to know what breakfast?
Listen, I'm like the
Just wearing
Asian,
Timberlands.
old Asian lady in Billy Madison.
Dude, if I see you in granny panties in this shirt, I would lose my shit.
Yeah,
That's nuts. I'm gonna try it.
it's not bad.
I got tiny nuts though. He's got horse nuts.
You got horse nuts. I would.
He's got horse
if you have
ass
tiny
and
nuts,
horse
there's no
nuts.
reason to wear granny panties.
I got a big bag, but I don't have like huge nuts. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's just skin.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody dies in a parachute accident.
Like a skinny dude
It's
in
literally what it looks like. Yeah, when they get wrapped up in the chute on the way down. yeah.
God.
a skinny dude in a giant hooded sweatshirt. Like, why are you wearing that
Jesus.
size, dude?
Dude, holy fuck, granny panties. When you first put them on, were you like?
I started crying hysterically. No, I didn't. Like,
But
it was one of those joyful cries.
Yeah.
Like the end of Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, you know, with the clapping. Yeah, no, they're just very comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know, but the first moment, it's kind of like the first time you eat like ice cream with a fork, where you're just like,
yeah.
First
this
time.
isn't bad.
With the senator over here.
Imagine doing that twice. What are you, all out of spoons? They under your bed?
Yeah. Like when you're alone in your apartment, you haven't washed any of the spoons. And
Oh
you
my
just
God. What a sad
ice cream
story.
with a fork. Yeah.
Let's get back to the granny.
It's like this isn't. I'm not like really transgressing like a moral code here, but there's something's off. You know.
I mean, if I kill myself, it will be in granny panties, just so the EMTs have to see it.
Well, they might blame a serial killer because they won't believe you put them on yourself.
It's just your wife having to collect your personal effects. It's just
they're like LeBron jersey, granny panties. Got to be a murder.
Yeah, this is a perverted psychopath that loves the Lakers and old women.
Holy shit!
So hold on, dude. This is nuts because now I actually believe you.
Yeah.
When you were in, first of all, CVS, hilarious.
Yeah.
You went in CVS, you were like, I need underwear.
Right.
Hilarious.
It was
you
in
grabbed
Florida.
men's underwear.
It was a southern tour. Yeah.
And you were worried because you took into consideration the size of your nuts.
Because it was hot. Yeah, it was. I was because they weren't fitting, and because my big fucking balls. So I
your
got the
balls
Grammy.
just fall out the sides?
Yeah, they have.
Why are you not
before.
wearing boxer briefs?
Well, I have those. I mean, those are what I'm wearing today. Some of them are good. Not all of them are good. You don't get great boxer briefs at CVS. They don't just have those lying around. Yeah, you can get better ones.
What great do you get at CVS? Gummy bears?
Gummy bears.
Yeah, stop
Granny
fucking-
panties. Icy hot.
Have you tried it?
One of those magazines commemorating Diana. You ever go to every
30th
CVS? There's always
anniversary.
something
Weekly.
about Princess Diana.
Yes.
Some like 4-volume magazine.
Now it's getting taken over by Taylor Swift. Now
Yeah.
it's all just
both
like,
mid.
Well, she'll probably die in a car accident too.
Yeah. Inshallah.
this Vegas Super Bowl parking lot.
God, man. Well, by the time it's good, we're all rooting for San Fran, right?
Unfortunately, I have to now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Detroit had it, dude. They fucking had it. We can't date this podcast. We're talking about weeks ago. For some reason,
I felt bad.
every time we do this,
I love
somehow
Tommy's-
brings up
yeah,
sports.
Tommy, I forgot how crazy Tommy's eyes are.
What are you
until I
talking
get-
about?
Yeah.
He'll like say something, and all of a sudden, like there'll be like a faraway memory.
Yeah.
That I'll see like
Don't
something
detract
that
from your
gets-
granny panties. I got little fucking eyes.
I'm being very
They're
open.
just activated.
It does.
Like you can see like his younger brother who died in a boating accident, like in his eyes.
He's like channeling something.
Yeah, like there's something lost, you know. The sea, you see the sea in his eyes.
I think I did have the attitude of
violent
like
sea.
if my dad did goof and my mom one more time, I would have strangled that kid because I wanted all the attention. You know,
Yeah?
you got to kill that younger sibling. Yeah, like a little cub. You know,
Yeah.
Were you the youngest?
Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, you got younger vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I couldn't-
I married younger.
Yeah,
14.
me too.
my wife's the youngest in
Yeah.
the family.
I married young too.
My wife's actually older than me, but you married young?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Are you were married? You were ever married?
No. Long-term relationships. I was in a 6-year, 5-year, 4-year.
Yeah.
A serial monogamist.
Yeah.
When the doors was closed. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah.
Little benefits.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Bopped around
I put
on
on
the
my
side.
I put on my bowling shirt Saturday nights.
Bowling shirt.
I got the fingering.
There we go. 3 holes.
Guys.
All right, this episode is brought to you by The Perfect Gene. All right, I was sure I could be wearing them and showing them to you right now, but we just got to Austin and all my stuff is still in boxes. Guys, you tired of classic rough and rigid jeans crushing your nuts? Are you wearing oversized jeans that make you a laughingstock at your office or the bar? Is your wife tired of you wearing sweats or khakis, God forbid, because you hate wearing jeans? Well, today's sponsor, The Perfect Jean, finally solved all of your denim difficulties. They make great-looking, perfectly fitting jeans that are as comfortable as sweatpants. The secret? A special denim fabric that's super soft and has the perfect amount of stretch so you can squat, do yoga, or just sit around all day and then without ever wanting to take them off. They make 6 fits from skinny to thick, and have a waist from 26 to 50, lengths from 26 to 38. Big boys, short kings, tall dudes, and all the rest, they got you. For a limited time, our listeners get 50% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectgene.nyc or Google The Perfect Gene and use code StuffIsland15 for 15% off. All right, these jeans are super comfortable. They're great. I've been wearing them a little bit. They're awesome. You can actually, run around in them. They're not too stiff. They're nice. You can do yoga. You can be flexible. Yeah, go to the website, buy the jeans. All right, theperfectgene.nyc/StuffIsland15, or just Google the perfect gene and enter the promo code StuffIsland15 for 15% off. All right, this episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. You guys, at this point, if you're a regular listener, you know all about Rocket Money. Okay, I've a ton of subscriptions that I was able to get rid of. 75% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. Before I started using Rocket Money, I thought I had about 8 subscriptions. I could not believe it when they showed me that I was paying for like 50 subscriptions each month between streaming services, fitness apps, delivery service. Is never ending. Thanks to Rocket Money, I'm no longer wasting money on the ones I forgot about. I've been trying to save money for a while, but it seems like my bank account was stuck. Thankfully, I heard about Rocket Money and gave it a try. It turns out I had a bunch of subscriptions I was paying for that I had forgotten about. Rocket Money helped me cancel some of them, and now I'm finally starting to see my account balance going up. It really is probably the easiest way to save money. If you don't want to like do all that thing where you like stop buying coffee in the morning or whatever, or just buying shitty off-brand stuff, just get rid of all this, your 8 Disney Plus subscriptions. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/StuffIsland. That's rocketmoney.com/StuffIsland. You know these guys love us. Provia. Okay? This is look, if your hair's thinning, I know the stress of the move, my hair's falling out. I've been putting this stuff in my head all fucking month. All right? It's all natural ingredients. It's prescription and drug-free, direct to your door. The results are as effective as leading competitors. It effectively targets the 3 main causes of premature hair thinning and loss. It's effective for men and women any age, safe on colored, treated, and styled hair. It's that easy. There's going to be no weird side effects. Your dick's not going to stop working. Your balls aren't going to shrink. And right now, new customers save over 50% plus free shipping on Provia's introductory package at proviahair.com/StuffIsland. Every package includes this full 60-day supply of Provia serum for daily use, plus the Provia Super Concentrate for faster, more noticeable results. And every order includes your choice of free gift right now at checkout. Provia works, guaranteed, or 100% your money back. Don't wait. Order now and save an extra 10% and free shipping at proviahair.com/StuffIsland. That's proviahair.com/StuffIsland. proviahair.com/StuffIsland. Now, back to the episode.
I cannot stop thinking of you.
How long you been married for?
Grandma underwear.
4 years.
Are you seeing anything else?
You like it?
I like it. Yeah. Are you in something or no?
Yeah. I'm in a relationship.
How long you been in that thing for?
Like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Well, more than that, maybe 7 now.
Yeah, I love my wife. That's the only reason to get into it. You don't just want to get married for.
She's hot, dude. You leveled up. You outkicked your coverage for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another reason too. Yeah, for sure.
You must have something powerful in the sack.
Was it
in the beginning? I do, and then diminishing returns for sure.
Yeah,
but like as soon
that's
as
when
you're in a long thing, you just know the cheat codes.
Yeah,
it's like these are the 3 buttons, and then we're good.
Really, you feel comfortable? Because I always start to feel like a hack.
Well, you're only a 6-month thing. Like, what's the longest thing you've been in?
I've been in like 4 or 5 year relationships.
So like
I also
you're
sort of do
4 year in, you were trying to still give it that.
Dude, even when you get to 6 months, it's like you kind of out of moves. You know what I mean?
There's only so much.
Yeah, and then you start going
we're not like one of those guys.
Yeah.
This is where the granny panties come in.
Yeah,
yeah.
This is the cheat code.
Is the panties?
We have some. I mean, we'll spice it up with some crazy shit here and there. But eventually it gets. The mystery's gone. For the first couple months, that's when you're fucking somebody you don't know who they are, and it's oh, this is crazy.
Right.
And then after a couple months, you're like, oh, I know what their shit's like. It's fucking over.
A lot of times, with that knowledge in my head, I'll switch up. Not much, because I still go at the same pace and I still have a few moves.
Yeah.
But even oral sex, I'll start to change it. Because I think about getting a blowjob, and it's you do the same thing every fucking time.
Yeah.
If you just took a risk did something,
bite.
just
Just
change,
bite.
just bite my cock.
Fucking
Leave a
tear
scar.
into it.
Yeah, make it
Fucking
interesting.
corn dog it. Get to the hot dog meat in the
Yeah,
middle.
fucking wine cork me.
But
dude.
I'm kind of that way where it's like you could do pretty much the same moves every time, and I'll boom.
Pop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pop.
it's like
Do you guys masturbate as much anymore? Or no.
100%.
You do, huh?
It's
I don't as
been.
much anymore.
I haven't been. Yeah,
it's bad.
yeah,
I mean, it's an ongoing
Do you jerk
thing.
off once a day?
You're adorable.
yeah. No, I used. Yeah,
As soon as I get up, beat off. I would, depending upon my girl's process, if there's an hour gone, I can get 2 more in.
2 more in.
Oh, dude, I go 4 or 5 easy.
And you're my age or older, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
44.
You're older than me, so
I'm
I
active.
can't believe you have that much cum.
I think it's. I don't. I think
yeah.
it's anxiety.
It's just dust.
Yeah,
comes
for
out.
the most part.
It's like Dracula seeing sunlight. Every time you come.
I wish I could just confetti,
Yeah.
just confetti out. But it's it's just more a release of anxiety, and it makes me feel better for the moment.
Yeah.
Releases serotonin, and
Yeah.
then you're just like, all right, well, I'll go to the gym.
I have because my dick's so much better when I don't. You know, I was jerking off too much. I would jerk off fucking 5 times.
Yeah.
And then it's just like you show up for the actual event and you're just gassed.
Well,
Yeah.
long-term relationship, the good thing is you can have the nights where you're like, do you want to just do a beat-off night? We'll just put on a porn.
Let's
Really?
go.
Yeah, and that's it, you know?
So you
Just
just put a porn
together?
on. You guys will sit next to each other and just
Yeah.
whack them all.
Every once in a while, lean over, like, flick a titty.
Yeah.
And then she'll flick my titty.
Make sure you're still
You
there.
know, like a little flicky titty.
Yeah.
And then, just sharing a laptop. And we have 3 dogs that are in the bed with us. It's,
Oh man.
I'm sorry about
That's
that.
fucking wild.
There's been a few times where a dog has entered a room while I was fucking.
Yeah.
Never got too like I felt a wet nose from the back,
Yeah.
but like it wasn't like the dude wasn't grubbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was well fed.
Yeah.
He had a lot of hydration.
Dude, I hooked
He
up with
wasn't
this one
looking.
girl, and she had like one of those Game of Thrones dire wolves. And I got out, and it was just looking at me in the eyes, and I was like, this thing's gonna eat my soul, you know? It was like terrifying.
Dude, I had a thing where the dog loved her pussy.
Jesus, that's a
So then we
red
would,
flag.
Yeah.
This is like him slow going
yeah,
into
yeah,
he fucked a dog. He's like testing the water.
No, but then it's like after we'd fuck and you know, her shit's all over my dick. He would then be into my
Jesus.
dick. He'd be like
Oh,
trying
wow.
to lick my
They
balls
probably
and
love
stuff.
it. They love it.
Yeah, they love just this. Yeah, I don't know.
Was it like a? Did she have a little bit of a funk?
No, not at all.
You sure?
Yeah, dude. You're
No,
out of
man,
your
that
fucking mind.
dude, that dog only like good pussy.
No.
Yeah,
No.
clean, good, clean pussy.
I don't know.
He just liked the electrolytes or whatever's in it. You know what I mean? He wanted,
you
he
know.
wanted the energy boost.
That's where Gatorade gets all their electrolytes inside of slave pussy.
Yeah.
It's just chicks masturbating.
Yeah,
into-
we need
yeah.
more. We got a new line coming out.
We did a good job for squirters. Is that a fetish? Do people bottle squirts and ship it to people?
No, but I think you guys just had a Patreon tier. You just had it.
Yeah, tier.
It is certainly
Yeah.
a fetish. I mean, you catch a girl that can squirt, it's fun.
Well, the squirts don't they don't last a lot. Like they dissipate pretty fast, right? Like I imagine the
yeah, it's just
You'd be surprised. Sometimes
Just
it's
osmosis
water.
of squirts.
Yeah. Sometimes it just keeps flowing, and it's crazy.
I was with a girl once and she had
It's
to
just pee though, right?
yeah,
No.
it's a whole debate.
No,
It's a whole
I
debate.
don't know. It doesn't smell like pee.
Yeah. It's like whether or
That
not,
or they're like
it's
super
like whether or not gay's a
hydrated.
choice, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's up to you. No, she had to put like towels down before we fucked. Like it was like
Wow.
mayhem.
Yeah.
And then we just the first couple nights I hooked up with her, it's like I was like sleeping on a shitty mattress with damp beach towels, just filled of
That lucky girl.
puss piss.
kinda hot. It's kinda hot.
Tommy Atkins is covered a lot.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
You should.
What's the brand of panties you're wearing?
Right now,
Is it
I
Hanes?
think these are just Calvin Klein's.
Oh,
Yeah, but I just want to do was a nice video podcast.
things are good, dude.
Yeah, things are going all right.
Yeah, let's go, Dan.
CK1.
I hadn't
CK1.
seen you in years. I just saw you on the street.
Saw you on the street. Yeah, bumped into him, gave him my whole mo.
Yeah,
Got a special coming out. I just got out of rehab.
yeah,
I gave
dude.
the
It
whole
was
thing.
it was so Dan Saint Germain.
Wait, you just got out of rehab?
I did. Yeah.
For what?
This time it was just booze and weed.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was coke and pills before that. So this was my 5th time.
Let's go.
So you sober?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I am, man. when we record this, which is going to be coming out later.
might
but
not
by the time it comes out, I won't be. But if you guys don't watch the special, I'm fucking out again. But no, I have like 81 days right now. 81 days back. I've had like years and then gone out, and then years and then gone out.
Yeah.
But I kind of like went to like, I was going pretty hard when my mom died like a year ago. So I started like, I mean, I was like fucking up before that. But then after that happened, I was just like,
Yeah.
You know.
What was there an event that you were like, I gotta fucking, this is crazy?
You
Or
know,
was it
I
just-
got drunk before a radio show, and I thought nobody noticed. And then my writing partner called me up and was like, "Were you just drunk on that radio show?" And at that point, you're like, the jig is up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to like hide this. I'm not like one of those sneaky R-Town alcoholics.
How does your woman?
She was
handle all
very
this?
supportive. And you don't bring that up in rehab because because I've been in rehab where like I had just cheated and that's why I was going in to try to like win her back. So like a lot of times you go in rehab and like almost everybody's like significant other is like on their last like last leg, and my wife was like super supportive. So you bring it up to them, and they're like, "Look at this fucking asshole with a wife who loves him.
Why are you even in here?
The Prince of fucking
What the fuck you do?
Prince of Love over here."
So does she see you're spiraling at times, and does she like try and
she was.
curtail
I mean,
it?
you know, she's not drinking either. So because she was, so she was never as bad as me, but I think she like was sick of drinking as much. So like,
It's a bummer when you see someone else fucked up. Makes you want to stop drinking.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Chris?
Do you drink still? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
I've
still drink.
curtailed it though. I'm now only drinking like when we have stuff.
Which is every
the
day.
worst. Yeah. I only drink when we have stuff to do.
Which should be the opposite. I only drink when we don't have stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
It's hard.
Alcohol's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, I
It's so good.
Yeah, I don't really like recommend anyone giving it up. Like I don't like the people that I don't understand. Those people who like just never had a drink. I understand it if like their dad or mom was like a really bad alcoholic.
Yeah.
And they saw that and they're like, you know, I don't ever want. But a guy or a girl is just like, no, not for me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
What is your fucking deal?
Yeah.
That's
Well, it's like a Crystalia, and then you just start a sex cult with
Yeah.
teenagers.
That's it. Can you imagine how shitty
You gotta fill a void.
my sex cult. I was thinking about that because I was listening to Dalia stuff, and I was like, how shitty my sex cult would be. It would be like, I would be like, fuck your aunt. You know what I mean? It would be the least hot thing in the world.
I don't think so,
You would
dude.
just say thank you. You'd be like, oh, thanks. She was lonely.
It's
You
been in
know?
my spank bank matures. A lot,
Oh,
of,
yeah?
lot of ants.
A lot of ants.
Big natty matures.
What would your sex cult be like?
I mean, preferably the way I would want children. I'd want a hodgepodge of different races. So my sex cult would be
the worst first sentence.
What do you mean?
Just like children. I want. Yeah.
No, I'm
That's your
saying
sex
like,
cult?
dude,
Yeah.
I want my family portrait to look like a college, you know,
Yeah.
a community college pamphlet. I want an
Yeah.
Asian. I want a black. I want to see what I can create with all the corners of the world. Throw an Indian in there.
Yeah, throw an Indian.
Let the dog smell her puss. I'm sure it doesn't stink. But like the children, I would like. Oh, children, Jesus Christ. The women, I would say, you know, take a 23-year-old, take a 30-year-old, take a 40-year-old, take a 50-year-old. I'll go 60
Yeah.
if they're taking, you know, care of themselves.
Yeah, you got to
Dude,
take
I could
care of
na-
it. But
yeah.
now, like women, I mean, women in their 40s do not look like women in their 40s when we were kids.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
hot.
They're
Yeah.
all hot.
They're amazing.
You know?
Except for where I grew up. Like all the hot girls from our high school. We were just talking
yeah.
about in our group chain.
Yeah.
Like our group chat. Like there was like 3 or 4 girls that thought they were hot.
Yeah, they
for
all look
our
like
high school.
Polly walnuts.
They're-
Yeah. It looks like they all got plastic surgery to put like a gullet on. Yeah. It's like, why, did you go to a Pelican?
It's like when you get like a 12-pack of hot dogs, you flip it over and it's just a clear plastic. That's what their faces look like. And they're fucking hideous. But the problem is they were such cunts thinking they were hot that during their personality development, it ingrained this attitude of I'm a hot girl. And now they're not hot.
But they still
and
have
a bitch.
They still have that personality.
Yeah. So they're just bitches that aren't hot.
Yeah.
And you're locked and loaded with that fucking combo. You're the biggest pile of shit on earth.
Yeah.
Like no one's listening to you. You're a Philly 6 and you're walking around in fucking fake.
Dude, I could never. Yeah. Sex cult. Couldn't do it.
You could.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't.
could.
I couldn't. I don't have the confidence.
You
for
don't
it.
watch porn where there's just 4 girls on a couch just waiting to get fucking plugged? And a guy just goes down the order.
There's just James Dean ones where he's
That
like,
guy
it's like
is the best.
him and like 13 girls in a warehouse.
He has so many like, dude. That guy's going to be taken to court.
But that's cool. That's cool when you're like watching it and they're performing and acting all into it. But if you were actually doing that, it would just be girls like waiting.
I
feel guilty
I
that
think
you weren't like.
Once you get past the threesome, I've had a foursome once, and once you get past threesomes are great. They're a
You
lot
had
of fun.
3 girls at once?
One time, yeah, and it was like me and a girl I was seeing, and then like. You know, two strippers
lesbians.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Two,
Were
her
they
mom
paid?
and her aunt. But like, I'm just saying, like, once you 4, that's like too much. But like 3 is great. But then like once you get to over those numbers, you can't unless you're like, I don't know, fucking Kareem or something. You know, like you don't have the.
Well, aren't those
prowess
other
for
2
that.
girls taking care of each other as you deal with
kinda,
one?
Yeah. Like,
Where was
sort
this?
of-
What town? Tampa?
It wasn't Tampa. It was in Canada. I can't reveal much more.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Tell you
was
that I'm
fun.
wearing granny panties, but I can't tell you about the
Yeah,
force.
I can't tell you about all the good stuff. I can't tell you guys about just all the
those
humiliating
stories.
stuff. But yeah, no,
I
like,
think eventually you just feel like you're like a waiter and the other members of the staff just like called in sick that day. You know,
Yeah.
you're just like racing around trying to service all these people.
Well, I think I got in my head because when we
just
did it, there was
I'm in the weeds.
yeah.
there was like a mirror above us, and I had like a lot of shawarma beforehand. So I'm just looking at my bloated stomach while these girls are going down on me, and I'm like, this isn't good for anybody.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's still great. Good for
Yeah,
you.
pretty cool.
You know, every once in a while.
But it'd be stressful. It'd be stressful.
Do you guys have an open relationship?
no, hell no.
Oh, okay.
Hell no.
Yeah,
I don't do that.
Yeah. Did you see that that documentary about that woman who was drinking like the aluminum or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch
Yeah.
turns blue.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Well, they're all.
Well, she was just a drunk.
Yeah,
drunk.
she was just drunk.
Yeah.
She was like smoking weed and doing mushrooms and stuff, and just being like, "Send me money."
She'd
send me
wake up
money."
and just grab like a,
But she
a
would have
vodka
moments.
bottle.
She would have moments where she'd be like, "I'm not actually God. I think I just made all this up. It's bullshit."
She would get hungover in that documentary. She's like, "Oh fuck, what did I say? What have I been saying for 10 years?"
I'm not the lady god.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
not
just,
Mother God.
I was
he's
feeling
not Father. I
myself.
think this is all
She
bullshit.
was blue. She was literally blue. That documentary is crazy.
It's awesome.
I know.
It's so good.
But then her disciples would be like, "Oh, I know it's a lot of stress, but you are God.
Yeah.
You're fine."
Well, they all just wanted to get drunk.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all the same.
They all just wanted to like they wanted to have they wanted to keep drunk but have like a highfalutin reason to do it.
Yeah. That crazy fucking like methed out Native American dude.
That
was
guy
scary
could
as
fuck 6 girls.
hell.
Yeah,
That guy was like
yeah.
a 6-girl fucker.
Yeah.
He could handle it.
Yeah.
He could handle it.
That
If you're
boy.
sitting on a bed on a live stream just playing bad guitar,
Yeah.
calling
Oh,
yourself
man.
God,
Yeah, just wearing
it's like-
wooden earrings. Like
It's insane, dude. Yeah.
you got no way.
Yeah,
There's no map quest. Like, how do I
Yeah.
get out of this fuck
Yeah,
dungeon?
yeah.
Did they go to jail? I didn't get to the end of it. Did they go to jail for
I don't-
killing
well,
her?
he
'Cause she was
was-
like, I need to go to a
no.
hospital, and they were like,
When they were
"That's just a
interviewing him,
stress
he
problem."
had a bracelet on for something.
Right.
But I don't know if it was for that. A guy like that's got he catches a couple
Options.
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, that smile, that smile he does.
Oh, that smile.
But
It's
after
so
she died,
insane.
they just put her in like a sleeping bag and like dressed the bedroom up like a teenage quinceañera.
Yeah.
Like, there
Well,
was
the
just
thing
like,
is, like, they would-
shoddy Christmas lights hanging over.
It's
They would say it was like this beautiful thing, but like the only reason she had him is because he would fuck. Like he was really good at fucking. Because like he would like they would all be like listening to like Fish or Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and he would bring in like Fuel and be like, let's fucking what's range, you know? Like so seriously, like she was just like looking for good dick, you know? And
Yeah.
she's like, oh yeah, he's the god. I was like, no, he just fucks you.
Yes, and then
That's
she
all it
kept
is.
switching. She had like 3 new gods.
yeah.
But they
Like
all
side
kept, they all
guys.
kept getting cycled out because like he was like, and then like she would like they would try to get away from him, and then he would just find them.
yeah.
Again.
Well, he showed up and he was like, "Oh, I can rule this," because the other guys would just cry.
Yeah, they were baiting.
he would yell
this
at
guy's
them
like,
when
if
they're-
you try and fuck this god again,
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
he
lion
just-
coming
yeah,
in and just
yeah.
killing all the cubs.
Yeah.
But he's like, that's my pussy
I don't.
now.
Yeah, but he's also probably a huge little bitch. But
Yeah,
he's just
in
a-
comparison.
Yeah.
You're tallest midget syndrome.
Yeah. That's why he. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
So-
what a life though. Taking like a good 5 to 10 years to go into like a fuck encampment.
Yeah, and just
With some
being
Looney
in a
Tune.
fake cult. Yeah,
It's a fun time.
Like, it's the problem though. It's like to have a sex cult, you have to have such confidence
Yeah.
To like have multiple people like that. Like you look at that Nexium guy who's like in jail for 100 years, and he just he looks like every like world music teacher from high school.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine having the confidence to like run a sex cult.
Well, it's truly like
just
you're
can't.
emitting a crazy energy that other crazy people that have that energy just like gravitate towards. It's like wolves howling. It's like you just howl how crazy you are, and people are like, I believe you.
Yeah.
And they leave their family because she's schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And then you just have an encampment of absolute fucking maniacs that rub genitals.
Well, that is the real problem for me with like starting a cult, I think, is that like
You'd have to do something.
Well, the people that you start the cult with, it's like the people that are susceptible to joining a cult are really annoying to talk to.
Yeah, no one's talking to him. That's why.
Yeah.
The difference between a sex cult and like a war room, a boiler room, where there's some dude that's going to take over Wall Street and take advantage of the poor, right?
Yeah.
Online, just trying to get you to take your money out of your savings, buy this stock that's not real, inflate it, steal from the fucking poor.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 or 3 guys underneath that are smart.
Yeah.
They get it. They're criminals.
Yeah.
In a sex cult, it's one maniac that wants to infiltrate people's pussies and buttholes, and then all maniacs.
Yeah.
There's no second tier. You don't have a CEO of raping. You know what I mean? There's no CEO of a sex cult.
Yeah. Or
It's just
COO.
it's just a neighbor Bob that you're like, you're fucking weird. You want to come?
Well, there was one guy in that cult that was like that. The guy who was actually like managing the money.
Oh, he stole all the money.
Yeah. He wasn't
Like, getting any. He wasn't getting laid at all. So he just stole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the.
He just hung out there. It didn't look like he really participated in any stuff. He just like he was the guy when her confidence broke. He was like, "No, you are God, and you need to get on the live stream and you need to tell people
I have
that you're
bills."
God." Yeah.
And it wasn't like this insane amount of money. It was like $200,000. So they were like, "Where'd all our money go?" I'm like, 20 of you were living on
Well,
this?
she kept wanting to like buy like ATVs and stuff.
Yeah, like to her little. The craziest cult is Heaven's Gate because that was no sex at all.
Really?
Yeah, Heaven's Gate was no sex. They all shaved their heads. They all wore the Nikes, and then they all killed themselves.
Yeah.
Like there was.
They got the Jordan Jensens on.
They had the Jordan. Yeah, I'm wearing the Jordan Jensens.
They went night.
Yeah. So they had. Yeah. It was crazy that people joined that because there was no discernible benefit for joining that cult other than.
And also,
they
Jim
really thought they
Jones
were
was
going
not
outer
like.
space.
But that's the real.
I think they were fucking.
He wasn't a hunk.
No, he
The
wasn't
guy
a hunk.
didn't have like charisma.
He had like the Elvis at the end look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Bathtub Elvis.
Elvis on the toilet. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Was that Jones? Who's the
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. Is he Heaven's Gate?
No, this was.
Oh, I think I just threw that in there.
Who was?
Oh, the old white guy.
The old white guy. I forget what his name is. It was this woman and the old white guy. They were Heaven's Gate. And the weird one about that is that, like, with a lot of other cults, they'll talk to ex-members and they'll be like, yeah, that was a horrible decision. I don't know what I was thinking. When I saw the HBO documentary on Heaven's Gate and they talked to a guy he was like, I really wish I'd killed myself with him. He's like, I really wish I had done it. So I guess like whatever they had, they really figured it out. But there was no sex in that one.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's I guess sometimes if the cult market's too saturated, you got to go in the other direction. You got to go no fucking. You know what I mean? Everyone's doing fucking.
But 90% of the cults, the leader, the new Jesus is like, he's dipping into the young well too. He's like taking their daughters.
Oh yeah.
He's breaking up marriages. Just an insatiable appetite for puss.
Ugh.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
God willing. I think we could do it. We could start a cult.
I don't.
Well, Manson, the reason he was a pimp, it's like you have to have the same energy as a pimp to run a cult.
Yeah.
Which is why Manson was so good at it.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't that great of a guitar player or anything.
Yeah.
And everyone, that's my
Wasn't a good
favorite. People were
musician.
like, he was a pretty good musician. I was like, he wasn't that good.
Yeah. It's like saying Hitler was a great painter.
Yeah.
It's like he was decent.
He was fine. He was fine.
Was he? I never saw any of his works.
I've never seen Hitler paintings.
What?
No.
Have you?
Yes. Yeah. It's like the first thing I researched.
You guys should sell. You should sell some of it in your swag.
There's
Yeah,
swag
Story.
I mean,
Prints, Hitler.
The next
Hitler's art prints.
next apartment will just have Hitler prints.
I've been on a
behind
real World War II Hitler kick lately.
it. Of course.
I think that is something when you turn 40, it just happens. It's like that Shane bet.
Yeah.
But I watched that movie Downfall for the first time.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
so good.
It's a great movie,
It's
but
so good.
there's one thing that's like so unintentionally funny in it, and it's like when he's like, you know, talking to one of his advisors, and he's like, you know, they'll say a lot of things when I die, but one thing that they can never take away from me is that I really hated the Jews. Like he thought that was going to be a saving grace.
It kind of is.
Oh, come on.
It kind of has turned out that way.
The thing that we all like
I mean,
notorious.
Dude, that actor is insane.
the guy who played
So
that guy?
good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So good. You mentioned like the audition process of finding the Hitler. It's got to be fun as hell.
Yeah.
Just maniacs walking in like, how much can you commit to the worst man
Yeah.
of all time?
After a lifetime of not getting any roles.
Yeah, and you're
it's
getting
like-
dudes from like West Virginia that just want to emulate him because there actually are fucking
Yeah, yeah.
racial pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Racist pieces of shit, and they just can't act.
Do you think they all had the stash like in the room before the audition?
Or you just go to Hollywood Adventure and fucking
That's real
snip
dedication.
it.
Some guy shows
Yeah.
up with the mustache.
Yeah. No, I'm committed.
Something about number 3, really.
Yeah.
really.
And it's not like Daniel Day-Lewis playing Abraham Lincoln. Like you can't be Hitler all the time. You know what I mean? Like
That's
you,
my point. I bet you half the audition tapes were like,
Yeah.
he's great, but he's
yeah.
fucking serious.
Just married to
This guy's serious.
Married to Hitler.
Put your social security number down. We'll do a background check. We'll get the feds involved. You were great. You didn't get the role.
Well, he was just
You have 7 priors.
I mean, like he was on amphetamines all the time. Hitler.
Yeah.
So it's like actually, there's probably like so many people with Hitler personalities now because everyone's on Red Bull and Adderall all the time.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, and now it's like Adderall. Oh, it's prescribed. You know, it's prescribed. It's fine.
If he didn't have all yes men because they were afraid he would just chop their fucking head off.
Yeah.
If he had a group of people that were just like controlling him, the plans may have been different. He was making some wild ass decisions.
Yeah.
War wise.
Well, Russia. I mean, like
'Cause his
the
brain
whole
was
going
fried.
after Russia. Like that was the thing that
yeah.
killed him.
Russians had a good time getting back in Germany though.
That's a fun doc. The one that talks about what the Russians did to the Germans once they took over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if you were a POW, you wanted
Not even.
you would
They were
rather have
just-
you would rather have it be in an American camp than a Russian one.
yeah.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's how we got all the scientists.
You know.
Well, that's the fear they put in the Japanese. They said like we're basically, we're gonna rape and pillage and kill all your children. And
Who
women.
said that?
Huh?
Who said that?
The heads of the Japs said it to their people. But the Americans
that
are
we were gonna do that?
savages.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
rape
Even though
and
they
kill
did that to
everyone.
the Chinese.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
we're
why they
like, we're
believed
not
it.
gonna do that. That's crazy.
We're a history and science
We're just
podcast.
gonna drop a giant bomb on you.
I can
all
tell.
factual information.
I can tell. This is going to be on NPR.
It's so funny when we get YouTube comments going, "That was wrong, you idiot." It's like, yeah, no shit, dude.
Yeah, it's called Stuff Island.
We're just
it's
throwing
not,
stuff
It's not
out
called
there.
like
Yeah.
Lessons of the Third Reich or something.
So when's your special coming out, Danny?
Oh, so glad you mentioned it. March
already
12th.
mentioned it twice.
No, I wasn't. I don't know. March 12th. It's going to be on YouTube. It'll be on 800 Pound Girl site first, then All Things Comedy, and then I think it may get on Norman's at one point. But it'll be on YouTube. It's free, guys. Check it out. Book me. I need the money.
It's exciting.
Watch the special. I think it's pretty funny.
Dude, you and Patton were my favorite comics. You, Patton, and Rory Scovel.
That's a good. It's a
great gathering.
I'd like to be.
That's a cult.
I'd like to be a poor man's any one of those two.
Yeah, dude.
You know, those guys are great.
You guys make me cry when you stand up.
Yeah, they're
Because
great.
you're wild. You're a wild boy.
Wild boys.
You are a wild boy. I don't know how you come up with some of this shit, but you're
Just staring at a wall. Just
yeah. I
beating
think you
myself
have
in
to
the
be
face.
that fucked up, all the struggles you're dealing with personally.
Do you think? But Sean's not that messed up. I mean, he's a little crazy.
Sean?
Yeah. I guess
You don't
he's-
think Patton's
I
fucked
don't think.
up?
Well, I think he's He's
In the best
crazy,
way.
but he's not. But he's not like. I mean, him and Rory, they both don't seem too.
I think Rory's the least, I imagine. I
Rory's
don't know
probably
him
the least
enough.
out of us three for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets too much legitimate
I think you and
work.
Patton could be on a seesaw of like
I
who's
guess you're
crazier
right.
at the moment.
Depends.
That's why I look, that's the funny. It's like
Definitely
gotta be-
similar cardio for sure.
Yeah, there's got to be a chip missing somewhere. you know?
Yeah, well, I think that's with most decent
Stand-ups.
comics, right?
Yeah. You
I
see
mean-
somebody that like figures out the process and like knows how to write a great joke, but they're just some Ivy League fucking dweeb. I get upset. You don't have any.
The Harvard Lampoon guys.
What's that? What's
you
that?
Should bury somebody right now.
That story. That story you tell me about the painting. What's that line?
It's from like an Italian movie where this guy's just walking through an art gallery and he looks at a painting and he goes, "This one's good," and he goes to the next one. He's like, "This guy needs to suffer more."
That's how I feel like when I see comics. I'm like, he's good.
Yeah,
this one.
This
one needs to suffer more.
Have you ever met somebody who's like they've suffered plenty and they're still a bad stand?
Yes,
that's
hard.
Yes,
of course.
There's plenty of those guys.
You need to.
You're just your life is just trudging misery.
Yeah, that's therapy at that point.
Yeah,
it's like they just want to talk to somebody because they've
Trudging
ruined
misery.
7 marriages.
They're not synthesizing it into anything.
Or I mean, we
funny.
all know the guys who like. You find out they're a genius, and then they just decided to really pursue stand-up hard, and they're never going to make it work.
Yeah.
And you're like, you could have had like 2 houses, but you wouldn't give up on this fucking impossible dream.
Right. If you just got into real estate or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's that weird, like, like they say musicians want to be comics want to be rock stars kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I imagine people that, like, they're so smart, they can, this is part of my previous statements, like, they can see the fundamentals of joke writing. They're writers. They should be in the writer's room, but they want to be performers, and it doesn't translate.
Yeah.
And then you see them, and you're like, that'll never work.
Yeah.
Because even though you're telling really great stuff, give it to this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Sell it to this dude, and he'll make that fucking bang.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not that they're not capable.
You just got to become like writers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like be in the background.
Yeah.
Not on camera.
Well, we know a bunch.
Dude, I had a miserable day today. I was like, we're moving to Austin. I'm trying to get an apartment down there.
Oh, yeah, I heard you guys are moving to Austin.
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah. But the fucking... Dude, like, they've hid, like, so many fees on this apartment.
Right.
It's just
well, now everyone's going down there, so it's a seller's market.
I don't know.
Now, right?
They're hiding fees? Sounds like a new Hitler dog.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking crazy. It's just like... I like got the lease today. We went through the whole process, got approved and everything, and then like they give you this number. You're like that. I literally emailed them like, you sent me the wrong lease. It's like this number is no. They added like $1,000 onto the lease. It was like, what are you doing?
They probably saw the amount that you can pay and can afford, and they were like, let's fuck him over. He won't notice.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like that city's just going to run out of water in a year. You know? Like, it's not ready for the influx
Of people
of
coming
unskilled comedians that are coming into that city on a daily basis.
Yeah, I don't know if we haven't talked about it on a podcast yet.
Yeah.
You're going, right?
Yeah.
When are you guys going?
March.
Oh wow, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Glad I got in here.
It's
Yeah.
soon.
You know?
Yeah.
But when you go there, we'll have another pod.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there for Moon Tower. You're not allowed to do any of the other clubs though when you're doing
Yeah. That's so stupid.
I'll take what I can get, man.
Yeah. No,
What do you mean you can't do any of the other clubs?
I think it's because they want like exclusivity.
All the
I
ticket
kind of get it.
sales.
Like,
Yeah,
they
it
want
makes sense.
exclusivity.
Yeah.
Like they don't want like these comics you can only see at our.
Yeah.
Although with like me, it's like who fucking cares?
Well, you
Like,
don't. You're underselling yourself, first of all, and secondly, you look if you're a Dan St. Germain fan, and you're playing there, and then you're also playing the Vulcan. You look at the ticket sales. You're like, well, I'll get a more intimate show here.
Yeah.
I'll get him at 60 minutes as opposed to fucking 10 or 15 or 20.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do get that.
I get it.
You can still do a podcast.
When
with
is
French.
when is Moon Tower?
To totally do a podcast. April.
Nice.
April what?
Do you guys have repeat
15th.
guests?
Yeah. We've had a few repeat guests.
It's I think it's the 17th or the 20th.
Shane Torres was a repeat guest.
Yeah.
Great
Just
guy.
had him back. He's the fucking best.
Yeah, he's great.
He is the best. What a fun, jolly hang that boy is. Just a 6-foot gummy bear. You just want to hold.
Is he 6 feet? The guy, that's like such a guy who's not 6 foot thing to say.
Yeah.
We're like, is he 6
Wait
foot?
a
Every time
minute.
someone's 6 foot,
Yeah.
it blows my
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
My respect goes up for him.
Do
Well, it's
people think
also a
I'm 6
testament
feet
about
tall?
like how I feel about it. Because I just put him at 6 feet right
he's
away.
like 5'10" at the most.
It might be. I don't know.
Is that guy 6 feet?
All right.
You guys aren't 6 feet, are you?
No.
I'm 5'10" and a half.
Yeah, I'm 5'10" and a half.
I'm like
Let's
5'7".
go.
Let's go.
You drop that half? I always do, dude.
Yeah.
Every audition,
5'10"
throwing
and a
that
half.
half in.
Yeah,
It matters.
I'll be 5'10" on a roster. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What are you, 5'8.5"?
You want
5'7".
I went on audition last week for a guy. It was a guy who the role breakdown was tickles until he comes. It's like the first audition I've gotten in like 2 months.
Yeah.
It's just some fucking disgusting degenerate part. You know?
Did you have to do an act out of like you laughing into coming?
I had to come on Zoom.
No.
You know, like pretend to come.
No.
Supposed to be Michelle Williams is doing it. I guess I don't know. I don't think I got it. And my wife's
Were
in
your
the room.
panties
My
on?
wife's a casting director, so like they knew like that's even like weirder. It's like she like the woman who's running it like knows my wife, and she's like, okay, that's great, let's go. And then I go in and I start like grunting, and my wife's like,
So you
looking.
start as a
She's like,
laugh.
she's like, why did I not marry that guy for J.P. Morgan? So,
And all you think
with
about
this
is
fucking dude.
those like superstars where their old audition tapes get released. Yeah.
like the Stallone porn.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, yeah.
Just Heath Ledger in a McDonald's
Yeah.
commercial.
What sucks is it's on Zoom because it genuinely just looks like you're jerking off at your computer. It's not gonna be like you're gonna be in an
Constantly.
audition room. Yeah. There's gonna be no like director there. You're genuinely just gonna be fucking.
I think you're perfect for the role, to be honest with you.
I mean, it wasn't much of a stretch.
Did you have like, is it a live audition read, or did you have?
Well, there's a woman there, yeah, but
But you didn't pre-tape and say,
wasn't a
"Here's my
band.
best
I was
take."
like, just fucking furiously masturbating.
Yeah, babe, can you watch these? Which one do you think
Yeah,
is
which
the best? Yeah.
Such subtle changes in each one. I
Wait,
can't
were you
fucking
getting?
pick.
Was someone tickling you?
No, I had to pretend to be tickled. 'Cause it was over Zoom. Jizz. I say jizz at the end. That's how bad of an actor I am. I have to say the action.
Yeah. Then
Run.
Well, that's the
Then
white
get
ball
mad
fall.
at the
though.
person tickling you. You fucking dick! I told you to stop doing that.
Yeah, dude.
You seen that documentary Tickled, by the way? It's about the guy who he was like creating all these kink videos of like he would just like tie guys down and like tickle them to the point of exhaustion, and it was just some like old creepy guy at an apartment complex. They like tracked him down. First they thought it was a girl, but then he lied about the identity and stuff like that. It's called Tickled.
And does he fuck him?
You know what sucks? Bringing that up, I realize like if I'm listening to this podcast, I'm gonna for sure watch that before my special. You know what I mean? Like that's way like more of an interesting watch than my special. But
Was he making big money selling tickle videos?
I don't know about big money, but he was making money.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, is it just a fetish
It's
for
yeah,
himself?
It's I think it was like for him.
But
they
also
weren't really
somebody
going
wants to get
anywhere. But
tickled.
then he was also, I think he was selling some of it too. But I guess like compared to child porn, you'd want to be the tickle guy.
Yeah.
Jesus
I mean, tickling,
Christ,
that's
thank
not a
God.
crime.
I've said this so many times. Like,
not a
thank
crime.
God I don't have a thing that only one specific thing that activates my bird.
I know. But at the same time, I feel a little bit dehumanized that I don't have one. You know?
You know when you go through it, you peruse porn and you see something, you're like, I'm not usually into that, but it activates something.
Yeah.
With those maniacs, they find something and they're like, well, this is it. This is all I'll come to.
I just like
Yeah, that rules. That feels like very human.
No, because it's such
As
a
weird as
niche.
it is, you know?
I've been jerking it to just hot chicks for 25 years.
That's the way to do
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It really hasn't spiced that.
Yeah.
Really hasn't. I'm not into the pregnant porn. I'm not into the
Yeah,
step bombs, the piss stuff.
Not
No,
bad to take a
same.
dip in
You
a
like
small pool.
you like the.
I
like
can't
the
believe that
old,
fucking what's
I
his name?
was in a
Lego
pregnant
my
porn.
Prego.
I was in a pregnant porn phase for like a month.
Did you see that fucking
Because you want to change the mechanism of like what turns you on.
I
I
don't
don't know, but the
man.
whole
I just
thing
feel
seems.
like-
I
it feels
start
like
feeling
child
about the
abuse.
kid. Yeah, it feels.
Oh,
weird.
I'm not doing the fucking. Doing
Yeah,
beating.
but you're participating in it. You're creating a market for it.
I'm not singing happy birthday to the fucking kid in the belly while I'm jerking off. I'm not participating.
Yeah, I know. That's. But you're.
Well, they have to
getting
be
the view
hot and they have
count
to have
up.
big heaters, but it's a no-no. You know what I
Big
mean?
heaters.
It's a no-no spot.
I don't know, like that fucking the WWF guy was shitting in that girl's mouth or whatever. It's like, how do you shit in someone's
dude,
mouth?
yeah, you're a fucking wrestling guy. Talk about Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
I can't.
Did you read this? Oh,
can't
do you
read
write-
close to it?
No, he writes for him.
I'm working.
That
I
rules,
wish I
dude.
could. He's never wrestling. I wish I could. I have
Dude.
so many opinions. But
I read.
I will say, yeah. I mean,
Did you read
guys
the
can say
text-
whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But,
Did you read the text chains and shit?
Oh yeah, of course.
That boy is fucking nuts. And I love
I mean, you should get him on Stuff Island.
I would love
He's going to have a lot of free time.
I would love that.
He's going to have a lot of free time.
By the time he gets here, we're going to have to get a fucking ramp.
I mean, he's going to be carted around like Hannibal Lecter after
100%.
reading those,
Yeah,
reading those texts.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's going to open up when shit like that is
I'm
revealed.
working on something with
It's
him.
cool.
Like now we're like, oh, this is like so funny because it's like this has happened like a couple years ago. Give you an idea. Like this was like 2017. I wrote this this movie and it was about to get optioned. And my manager's like, oh yeah, I think this company's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good. And then that company was the Weinstein Company, and it was 2 days before the big fucking story broke. And it was like, and my manager's like, this will blow over. I'm like, 2 weeks later, I'm like, yeah, I think this is a movement. I don't think this is breaking.
God.
Catalyst.
Did they buy
for a
the
movement.
option so that
No, the whole company went under.
Yeah,
know?
but you still have.
No, but they were about to buy it. They didn't buy it. So it was like, it was that day. There was a fire sale for all that stuff in the Weinstein Company.
They should have just changed it to. They should just change the name of the company to like a Muslim name or something. Protect themselves, you know what I mean? Just the Free Palestine Film Group. just keep it rolling.
I've never, I was thinking about it though. I've never been like, what is it about? Like once you have $1 billion, it's like, oh, the only thing that gets me off is stinky poo poo.
Yeah.
You know, it's something.
I guess you just have full access to everything, and nothing really turns you on.
I mean, I kind of do a bit about this, but I think it's the other way. I think sticky poo poo makes you fucking horny as hell, and that's so disgusting and weird that you're just like, I gotta do anything to not think about that, and so I'm gonna really work at a business. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna like focus on like spreadsheets and writing emails and like anything to keep me from the sticky poo poo. And then you do have $1 billion and you go like, I'm gonna cash in. I'm gonna do it. I can do it.
I'm gonna pop.
People want to touch my poo.
I mean, just imagine, just broaching that subject with a sex worker has got to be tough.
What, just piss on me?
Piss on me, I guess, is different. But like what can I caca on you? Can I duty caca on you?
Can I shit all over you?
Oh yeah. I wonder. Like they're probably a little bit disgusted, but it's also like a huge payday.
Yeah.
It's probably like the wife of that serial killer, where you're like, fuck, but now I get $1 million.
Yeah.
I gotta get the patio.
And I didn't kill anybody. I'm not in trouble. I was LARPing.
I actually
didn't
like
do
this.
anything
It wasn't real, but I did consider like sex work. Like at some point, I was like, "Look, I
You don't make a lot as a guy."
Yeah, when we started the podcast, you said you wanted to be a stripper in Vegas.
Yeah, I wanted to try stripping, and then I wanted to like try and be like, pick up old rich Jews in Central Park.
Yeah,
you have to fuck guys if you want to make money as a male sex worker.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, I don't know if you're like, there's got to be sugar mamas out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Then just get yourself
that's
a
why I
sugar
say-
mama. You know,
I mean, Tommy's a very good-looking man.
Yeah.
For a comic. But to like be like a male whore, you have to be like you have to be Jacob Elordi, you know. Like,
you're saying I'm a Pittsburgh 8.
Yeah,
You have to be a
no
New York
offense.
10.
It's like you have to be like you can't just be
You're not wrong.
You got to be like unless you fuck dudes, then that's a whole other thing.
Oh, dude, you'd be so jealous of other dudes all the time. You'd be so
Taking
worried.
my puss?
Yeah. Someone
Yeah.
take your spot.
Yeah.
You know.
But I'd be like, you got to take me out to dinner.
Why are you looking at him?
So much more funny than this guy.
Yeah.
He's
It's
hot.
also a thing like when I saw some
But I'm hot
documentary
and
about
funny.
like,
It's really about the conversation.
Yeah.
a male sex worker and it's usually like women who've like older women who are virgins. It's like very sad and
Yeah.
it's not like you have to like go on a date like care for them. It's like a whole. It's like
always
half
think about
being an
like
au pair, you know.
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like
high
therapy.
end,
Yeah.
high end hookers. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
It's like a college basketball player wants to get to the NBA. I think like a street worker, if they're not all methed out or heroined out trying to get money for drugs. Let's talk about a clean stripper first, right? Clean stripper is like, I'm going to get my bag to pay for my college.
Yeah.
And I'm going to skedaddle. Now they can do OnlyFans. If you're doing sex work at a high end where it's like $3,000 a night for a couple hours,
Yeah.
your clientele, even for women, you're talking about like really rich,
Disgusting.
disgusting
dude.
old fucking white men.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine, even if I was getting the bag, going into that room if she has money and she just smells like Werther's and like she's just some old bat that just like make me bounce.
Well, that's the work part of it.
Yeah. But how do you got to take pills, you got to inject your bird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you got to take pills.
It's got a whole thing where even if you think you're clean, you can't be. As a woman, you just walk in there, close your eyes, you hit the pouch.
I don't know. Maybe they just get off on seeing someone happy.
That's how sad you are. You think that's what they're getting off on?
I'm just saying, if you're a male hooker, a high-end hooker, maybe you just making old ladies happy is what gets you off.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, God.
There's male nurses.
It's 2023. Of course it's male.
I'm just saying that it's like the caring for people probably turns
It's also
them on.
2024.
All I know is it's like my guy. Like,
When's this coming out?
Like
this guy pre-recorded 6 months ago.
Straight friends, including myself, who've paid for sex. It can be a lot of money, but like gay guys I know who buy for sex, it's like you can get like a 10 for like $200. It's like. If you're buying dick, it doesn't matter. Like dick is so it's so undervalued.
Yeah,
compared to pussy. Yeah, for sure. Because like a guy is just more willing to fuck, man.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Well.
Yeah, you could just fuck a guy. Like you just fuck a hot guy. I bet.
Like any one of us
for
has
no
a number.
money. Yeah.
Like even I could
to
call
fuck a dude.
Yeah, whatever. I could call my wife and I'd be like, hey, this person wants to like. Fuck me for money. She wouldn't be no. She'd be like, how much?
Yeah.
That would
Do you get fucked or are you doing the fucking?
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, but it makes a big difference. If I'm doing
depends.
the fucking,
I mean, this is the question: how much to get fucked in the ass?
So we're getting fucked in this.
Yeah, you're
scenario.
getting fucked in the ass. How much?
I mean, if the person was anything like this real estate company, they would be like, "Will you come over? I'll pay you $1,000 to suck your dick." And then I would get there, and they'd be like, "You're gonna pay me $1,000, and I'm going to fuck you."